Hey everyone, welcome back. Welcome back and thank you for joining me for another video, but a triple video. I have a 3-in-1 rare vehicles. So before we get rolling, get comfortable, grab a drink if it's morning, kick back in your favorite easy chair. I'm actually in a comfortable chair, and this is the last video where a tangerine will be holding my camera. So it's a momentous event in the museum land today, and then after that I will put together the tripod. I'm still wolfing down my Snapple Peach. It's almost at the tail end, as you can hear here. And if you're ensconced in that beautiful, comfortable chair looking at the screen and you're slurping and clanking the coffee and you've spiced it up, or you're having your nighttime drink, your toddy, a little scotch, a little peppermint schnapps, whatever it is. Maybe it's that, what's that, Fireball? Yeah, the cinnamon, whatever it is. The Fireballs are pretty tasty, and they can get you pretty wasted quick. So whatever it is, and you have a snack and you're focused and you're saying, wow, 3-in-1. How often does that happen? Well, I can tell you, almost never. Well, I did have the 3 Tetsugen toys, so it is a rare occasion. So let me tell you about this. And also, by the way, if you're a lurker, please subscribe. Would appreciate it. And don't always, don't forget to thumb up the video. But anyway, excuse me. I was perusing through Yahoo Japan and looking at other toys. And, like sometimes you look at stuff and, it's funny because I really can't fit almost anything else in this museum setting here, the collection. But these cars all intrigued me because they were all boxed. I don't think they were that common. So I said, let me go for it. And I'm going to start with left to right. This one here, it's Polizia Auto. Looks like it's a Dutch car, maybe. It has Voorwarts, which are like Voldemort's warts or something like that. And Ruckwarts. Maybe Styx can decipher this, right? Is it German, maybe? It has a Blinklight und a Siren. So anyway, the graphics were really cool. It's made by ASC. And I guess it came mit Batterie, Antrieb und Frille. But I did like the graphics. It almost looks like a, what was that mid-engine car that GM came out with? Oh, can't think of the name, but in the 60s. And I just said, this is pretty cool looking. I don't think this was the mid-engine car, but, I can't remember everything. And here's the side panels. Again, made in Japan, though. So clearly a European market car. And I like the fact that it was battery because, again, as a battery toy aficionado, right, I like to get all the battery toys. So I like the look of it, and I like the lithography. This, out of all 3 vehicles here, this one has actually genuine cool lithography. So look at that cool siren up top. Look at these, you got a detective in there. He's like saying, go, go, go for it, buddy. Maybe like, whoop, whoop, whoop. Hold the phone. I told you these tangerines are terrible at doing their job, but I did have these 2 Duracells holding it. Anyway, Dick Tracy era, so it doesn't surprise me that they have a detective here. Now you know why this is the last video with the tangerine holding it. And pretty cool though. I like the color too. It's like kind of a weird dark teal on white. Pretty plain on the here, and you can see the wheels. Do they turn? They look like they turn. I'm not going to force it, but I guess it goes in circles. Now you could tell the bright work peeled off at some point. This was probably all like that chromey finish, and now it's black. But the one demerit, and it's sort of a big one, because at first when I unpackaged this, I said, where the heck is the batteries go in this thing? It took me a while to realize, you know what? At first I was looking at this thinking, oh, was there a button here? No, that's the wire, man. So this was a remote. And I guess they cut it at some point. And man, did they have to cut it so freaking deep into the hole? Because it's not protruding at all. So My guess is that it's a single button remote. Now, don't ask me why. I just have a feeling I've seen cars like this before. So in order to get this thing operational, I would need to, maybe get a similar car, get a remote, and then if John's ever feeling up to it, send it to him and put some new wire in here and reattach it. And hopefully this bulb still works in here, I guess, or change it. But anyway, I still like it. And, maybe I just decide to keep it as is. And here's a motor here. It's easy enough to spin. So I think you can get it rocking and rolling in no time. Then I saw this label car. And again, you look at it, this has got to be early 50s, just judging by the style of the vehicle. It could even be late 40s. That could be like a 48, 49, or early 50s. No later than early 50s. And it was a cool label design. And I just said, man, that's just a good looking little car too. And I'm actually glad because, sometimes you need these little pieces. It feels like all my displays now have been absolutely monopolized by the larger pieces. And I kind of wish, to be quite frank, that I had a little more smaller pieces that I can sprinkle in, but that's not the case. Now this is friction, which is kind of cool, and it has a moving gun. See that? I could roll it on this table too. And again, I really like the colors. These are 50s colors. Now, this is a TN No More, by the way. And I'm looking at this tan browning. I almost think that this is like tobacco stain, smoke stain. Because you see it has a little bit of, kind of white bleeding through there. Let me smell it. Yeah, it smells kind of smoky, But, what do? You take a chance to try to clean that. You might, rub off the litho. So I'm going to leave the patina on it. I know people love the old patina. But I think originally it was just a lot brighter. Maybe not bright white, but I don't think it was this tan. I think that's all smoke. There must have been somebody in Japan smoking. And it's cool. You could actually see the motor through there. I don't know. It may not show up on camera, but I can see all the gears and stuff. If this was a battery toy, it'd be easy to spin the gear to try to get it rolling if it was stuck. Underneath, kind of plain. But again, a really cool car. And, not something that I see commonly here. Now, this one, see, you're not going to really get much out of it because it's meant to be battery op. And then finally, what was the Chevy Monza, by the way? This box art here, not the car, but this box reminds me of a Monza for some reason. But the car, not at all. Not at all. But it has, it's kind of weird. It has the 4 headlights, so it had to be at least 1958. So I'm trying to think, well, okay. I get it now. So because this was European, that's what was throwing me. It could have been like an Opel, like a German Opel from the late 50s with the 4 headlights. Okay, so that's why, again, it was throwing me a bit. But anyway, so then finally we came to this one. And I really love the box on this. This looks like I said, a Chevy Nomad. That's what got me to remember the Monza. I don't believe they made 4-door Nomads, but maybe they did, and I can't remember. Or is this a station wagon? Who knows? It kind of looks like a Nomad station wagon. So this is a Japanese toy. And I said, I've never seen this before. Well, really, I haven't seen any of these. But it's hard to get, European toys. So here's a traditional 2-door Nomad. So you had a pickup truck, sedan, then an ambulance version of this, judging by the cross up top. And you can see the Japanese writing over there. So I guess this was a series. It looks like Bandai, if I had to guess. Right? So it's kind of the same. And I just said, man, I just like the box. It's like me here in Florida, mid-century modern house, palm trees. It looks like the water there. This is freaking cool. There, this is like Florida in the, during the, what was her name? Was it Annette? Not Annette Bening, Annette Funicello, Where the Boys Are. Remember that? In the early, not remember, it was before my time, but I remember hearing about the movie. Maybe I saw it later on. But that, you know, early 60s Florida vibe, late 50s, when it was just like frolicking fun in the sand. And here's the car. I mean, they did make it 4-door with the fins, 50s fins, kind of like, I guess, 57. And it's got the label up top, which I don't recall seeing a label on top of a car before, but hey, it's here. I'm not going to mess with it. The dashboard, I can't really show you inside. I mean, I could, but whoop, no, I don't want that to fall. It's detailed. You know what I could do? You know what? Stick with me one sec. I'm going to do something. For you, my wonderful audience, let's see if this works. By the way, I'm not pushing these beautiful Bellotta Collection LED flashlights that have 2 lighting angles. You have the front and this. These are so light, by the way. You know, when I got these from National Pen, they call me periodically, solicit me, and I tell them, well, what's something good that the logo can go on? And so they send me this crap, and I think, like, you know, I'm not going to ask them anymore, because, like, they could send me, like, the crap that never sells, and then, you know, I'm like an idiot. I'm thinking, like, oh, yeah, well, that's good. But anyway, let's see if we can light it up. Okay, see this, by the way, when I walk my dog, this is fantastic, because it's got this. So if it's late at night and dark, like, you know, now that we're in the winter, this goes to identify where she did her business. And then also when we walk, I do this. Just illuminates the entire, way better than your phone. It's really bright. I don't know what the price of these are. Something like $12.99. Something, don't hold me to that. $13.99. Okay, so now let's see if oh, there we go. See, so that works. See how nicely detailed that is? Let's see if I can get it in there. I'm gonna try to get right on that dash. There we go. Not bad. Let me go on the other side. Yeah, that's a good angle too. And that's why we need the battery toys with the lights, so you can see all this stuff. So again, highly detailed. I'm not gonna like zoom in because it was just, well, maybe I will. Let's see. There we go. Get it a little clearer. It looks fuzzy. So that is really cool. It looks like a, you know, authentic dash. Now the thing is, when you look at the dashboards in the 50s, remember they were all metal. That was one of the safety things about the dashboards, right? Like they came out with the padded dashes because people were getting their noggin crunched, you know, when they got in an accident. So that was an evolution of the safety. Now I think we have too much safety in cars. That's why they're bloated, heavy, big, thick. But I think that's it. That wraps up these 3 cool and rare cars that came direct from Japan. Obviously, Japanese market, English car, and a European car. So we span 3 continents with these cars. And yeah, I wonder, and I'm sure it wasn't uncommon that even cars that had the English labels were probably sold in, you know, Japan, in the Japanese market as well. It probably made sense. They could figure out what it was, you know. But anyway, let me know what you think. If you have any of these cars, if you have Polizia, and you have the absolute correct remote, let me know. Send me a message. You could even leave a comment. Let me know what your favorite of the 3 cars is. And if you like it, thumb up the video. And again, if you're a lurker, do me a favor and subscribe. Even though we've added subscribers, now we have to get to a new milestone, which is 5,000. And by the way, if I didn't show you this bottom, this is one of those cool ones where they lithograph the exhaust system, the engine, the differential, suspension and stuff. So it's pretty cool. I don't even know if I went through the whole car. You know, but, and it's also yellow, like a canary Corvette yellow from like 1967. So I think it's pretty damn cool. And with that, thanks for your time. It's always greatly appreciated. And with that, my friends, I will talk to you later.